Hello everybody, my name is Sharon Camarero and today I'm here to present an influencer marketing campaign for my class Influencer Marketing at UCSD. As I said before, I started working for UCSD Extension 6 months ago when I started this digital marketing certificate. I joined the newly created digital marketing team in October 2018 and I'm excited to bring all the things I have learned in my classes to work. When I was starting to work on this project, I thought on doing it for a completely different product, but Jennifer encouraged me to do it my project on UCSD Extension, and I accepted this challenge even though it will be more difficult because I don't have a lot of experience in this industry yet. The first step is to assess UCSD current situation. UCSD Extension used to have several marketing teams for each one of their educational areas, something that complicated things when trying to build one brand. But when 1 year ago, UCSD Extension took the decision to reorganize the departments and create one central marketing team to oversee 3 different areas: continuing education, pre-college, and international programs. Within these areas, there exists a variety of different courses and programs that needed to be marketed in order to reach our target audience. As for now, there is no marketing strategy in place because the department is still working on that. But all the promotion for courses and programs is being tackled as needed by the marketing team. Some of the current channels being used as for now are SEO, organic social, paid social, Google Ads, email marketing, and print materials. Yes, print. The next step is to identify our target audience. And for purposes of this influencer marketing campaign, I will focus on the area of continuing education to create a campaign. So our main target audience for this area is men and women between 25 and 34 years old, perfect for influencer marketing. These people is looking for specific things when evaluating where to continue their education. Things like courses that are flexible and self-paced, that are based on mastery rather than time. They are looking for financial aid options and robust career services. And the main reason of this is because most of the students' profiles is getting older and they might be working meanwhile taking the course or might have a family to attend, what makes them pretty busy, resulting on how they choose to study. Now it's time to define goals. And in order to define goals for a marketing campaign, first we need to know which are the overall institution's goals. So this way we make sure that both institution and marketing goals are aligned to get to the same objective. Based on my limited experience, I could say that UCSD Extension goals are: number 1, keep increasing the number of enrollments in each one of the programs we offer. 2, keep adding programs that are interesting for our target audience and today's needs. 3, increase retention of our current students. And 4, increase the number of classes taken by each enrolled student. Knowing this, now we are able to define which are going to be the goals for our influencer marketing campaign. And as a first approach, we could say that when developing this campaign, we will be looking for, number 1, create awareness of what we offer. Number 2, generate engagement with our target audience. And number 3, build loyalty to keep. So, how do we know if we achieve our goals? Well, we need to define clear and measurable KPIs for each of our goals. This way, at the end of the campaign, we will be able to know if it was successful or not. Or we could be able to make modifications along the way if we keep track of these KPIs, making the campaign more likely to succeed. The KPIs that I have set up for these campaigns are the following. Number 1, increase followers by 20% within the first 6 months on each one of our social channels as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Number 2, increase average engagement rate in 10% within the first 6 months through all of our channels. Number 3, increase 10% the students who achieve a certificate within a year. As we can see, these KPIs are attached to our campaign goals and at the same time are helping. Now we start looking for our influencers. Which type are we going to reach? Where do we want them to be from? How big of an audience are looking for, etc. So when looking for these influencers, we will be looking for top leaders, UCSD alumni, industry experts, current students, and faculty, having in mind that we want micro and macro influencers. We need to be very cautious because we already have a really big brand, UCSD. So we need people with a lot of credibility in their fields that can build up our brand rather than give a bad impression and affect our brand. These people have to inspire others to be like them and achieve what they have achieved by learning, and of course, learning through UCSD. Now about cost. How much? Is the question that any CMO will ask when presenting a proposal like this. But because my lack of experience in the field and because we didn't have a lot of time, I was not able to get real numbers for this section. However, when doing some research, I found out that an average post for an influencer with the characteristics I'm looking for is around $175. But for the campaign I have in mind, we won't be doing only posts, but creating a contract with these key influencers to create content for 6 months and for us to be able to use that content on our social channels as well. In this contract, we will be specifying all the details of what the influencers can and cannot do when creating the content, and also we will provide guidelines of the topics that we will want them to cover throughout the 6 months. And to keep building on a contract, the next step will be to create all the guidelines and the content delivery that is required for each one of the influencers that will work with us. The first thing that some people miss is to gather all the internal information possible. The main experts on the business is the people working in there. That's why it's very important to talk with the main stakeholders to define which courses and certificates are a priority for the institution in the first place. After that, we should check all the internal data as which courses and certificates are increasing or decreasing in enrollments, or which programs give more revenue, etc. After having all this data, then we can build out a timeline that will include the topics that we want to talk about, which type of content will be, like a post, a story, blog, etc., and which day and time do we need that to be published. When we have all the plan built, we should have that signed off by the CMO to ensure everybody agrees. Now that we have everything laid out, we can build a contract for the influencer to sign and agree. And the final but most important thing, measure all the campaign and present the results. We need to make sure all the KPIs are assessed in order to know the performance of the campaigns and if it's worth to repeat or not. Also, we need to inform all the internal team how the campaign performs so everybody is aware of what does and what does not work when creating a marketing campaign. Thank you.